Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this VMC Study Abroad channel, and today we're gonna talk about vocabulary. So let's learn something more about it. We already have uploaded few video lectures for the same topics. I want you to learn from them and use those vocabulary in your writing and speaking English. So stay tuned and start learning for the new words. The word for today, class 4 is, see, the word which is like, as I said already, I cannot write something in the phonetic form here as I did not have any key on the keyboard. So, exceed. Exceed is the pronunciation of this word. Exceed. Exceed, it means accept, to accept. So, we have already discussed few more words about acceptation, accepting in the previous lectures. So I just want you to go through once and learn those words. So accepting something or to being agree with anything, it's kind of exceed. Okay, exceed is a word for that. You can use for the accepting something. Like the director was kind enough to accede to the request of the laborers. So it's a kind acceptation on something. Okay, you have accepted after a long request. So it's like this: the laborers have requested a lot of times, and now the director had accepted. Okay, had exceeded the request. The next example is he had been so empathic about it that he had no choice but to accede to his wish. Like he was that positive about his wishes that he had no choice to leave the wishes. Or I can say he has approached somebody in that polite way that person could not refuse his proposal. So it's like, empathy. It's an adjective. Empathy we use for something which is very polite, which is very positive. So he had been so empathic about it that we had no choice to accede to this wish, his wish. Like we could not say no to his wish. Okay. Next word for today is exceed. Exceed. This word is very commonly used by us. Exceed. Like do not exceed 250 words writing essay for IELTS writing 2, task 2, right? So it's like this. Exceeding, it means, surpass, like going over limit. It's like that. So maximizing the size of something or the limit of something. Your essay should not exceed this word limit, like more than 300 words or 200 words or 250 words. It's like that. Exceeding, it means going beyond to a level. Okay, all right. So that's how it is. Next word is, what's that? It means agree. Again, it's a word which is concede. Concede. Okay. And how do we use this word in example? So firstly, let's learn the meaning. It means admit or agree with something which is true after first denying or resisting it. So what happens sometimes when you are a rigid person, or you are not so much lovely person, you're not so much like, you don't like to say yes for the first time for anything, any proposal. So for example, one of your friends has advised you something. After denying so much, now you said yes to the proposal. It means you conceded. So it's like you agreed after denying so many times. Okay. So the example is, I had to concede that I had overreacted. Now I should accept that that time I was overreacting. I had done something which was, or which should not be done that time. Okay. Next example is, the prisoners did not concede to the argument to the jailers. Like they did not accept that they have done something to the jailer. Like they finally have accepted it after a long denial. So it happens sometimes, right? We also have seen in the movies that prisoners have done something and accepted it, but they accept after a long denial. So it's like this. Prisoners did not concede. Here in this case, they did not concede. They did not accept, even if they have done something So they did not accept it before jailer, even if they have done something wrong. Okay, so because the sentence is written in the negative, so it means they did not accept it. All right, next word for today is, yeah, it means alteration. So alter is a word that we have learned before. It means change. Here it is some upgraded word of it, alteration. It means change. So how do we use in sentence? There is no alteration in the program yet. Like whatever the program we have decided to perform, we do not have any changes in it till now. Okay, next is it's one of my favorites, altercation. Altercation, it means having argument. So it's kind of like my friend and I had altercation between us. So it's we had an argument between us. Okay, so a noisy argument or disagreement, especially in the public, like when we start shouting, we say, no, you are wrong, I am right. So it's like this. The example are, I had an altercation with the ticket collector. It happens always when we travel by train, not metro but train. The ticket checker one, when he came, he always had, or he always has a lot to say, that this is not your seat, something like this. Okay, so we have that time we had to have a conversation or kind of argument. So the next example for the altercation is, there was an altercation between the shopkeeper and my friend. So there are times when we have to buy something from market, we often bargain, right? So that is an altercation that we have between the person who is doing shopping and the shopkeeper. That's it for today, guys. I am sure that you have enjoyed this video, and stay tuned with us. Keep learning. Thank you for today, and see you in the next meeting. Bye-bye.